Okay, what's up, everyone? This is Survivor underscore games here to bring you guys a little bit of a review for the next episode, which is probably the most exciting episode yet. Even though I didn't get blindsided, it pretty much it went down exactly how I thought it was gonna go down. Tommy got voted off, which I did predict last episode, but it was crazy because I'll get into why. So, here's something that I have to catch you guys up on. I should have mentioned this. I should have mentioned this last episode, but I didn't, and I'll mention it now. So last episode, the challenge was I posted a slide puzzle in my bio, and the link for it just looked like there were no defining terms in the link. Like, it just said slide puzzle. It didn't have like a code for like my exact puzzle in the bio. It just said slide puzzle link. Like, there were no like specifications. So I made a new puzzle, which was an idol. Like, the puzzle looked like a little note that said, "Finish this slide puzzle and get an idol." And I changed the link in my bio, and the link was identical to the old link. And so there were no other clues besides that. Like, it was just the same link in the bio. If you were, just playing the game, you wouldn't click on it again unless you were just checking for something. Yeah, so I was thinking honestly that no one was gonna get it. I thought no one was gonna click on that link because like it looked the same as the challenge. No one needed to do that again. But so the way I'm planning it now is that there was the idol that Yule found day one, and then I was gonna put in another idol at the swap, and then put in another idol at the merge. And this is regardless of whether any idols get played. Like, if an idol gets played, I wasn't gonna put one back in unless like it was a tribe swap or the merge. And I'm still sticking to that. So, but I just decided, okay, this is such a great idea for this idol with the bio thing. Then I'm just gonna do this right now, and I'm not gonna put in an idol at the merge. I mean, at the tribe swap, which the tribe swap is at the final 14, by the way. That's been the plan. Final 14 tribe swap into two tribes of 7. Then there's gonna be 3 voting rounds, and then the merge. So then the final 11 will be the merge, which is half of the cast. So anyway, I put the idol there, and the night went by, nothing happened. Then the next day, like 11 a.m. or so, this guy, Rick Devins, finds the idol. And he's been one of the quiet players. I said last episode that I don't really know what he's doing, but he finds the idol, which I'm like, okay, cool. Rick Devins finds the idol. He is on the bottom of his tribe, but the thing is that he doesn't know that. So that's just unfortunate that someone got the idol that really doesn't really know their own position in the game. Whatever. He gets the idol. So that's that. Then we get into the challenge, which is the unscrambling word challenge. Um, it happens, it's pretty good. However, there is a controversy at the end where I say the letters are IEPCAC, and in my mind that was gonna go that like the word was ice cap, obviously, because that's like the main word that you can spell with those letters. But Ozzy had a different idea. He said it was IP or like epicac or something, which honestly is like a misspelling on it. Like, I don't know if he actually thought that drug, like, I don't know if he actually thought of that drug or not, or if he just like misspelled it. But I mean, I counted it as wrong, and then Mark said then Matt said peace, which is wrong. Then Sophie said ice cap, but instead of a C, she wrote an X. So that's a brutal misspelling, because if she would have put the C there, then her tribe would have won. But then the next response was from Hayden. He says ice cap. So I awarded Moto the win. And then on Ravu, there was a whole uprising of people that said, "Oh my gosh, we deserve this win. You screwed us because Ipecac is actually a drug." And I pretty much just had to, show that I was boss, and I put my foot down. I said, no, that is not the right answer. You guys are going to tribal, because I'm not about to revoke another win away from Moto when I already did that before. And there was the other controversy, like day 1 on the challenge, where someone got the point of the country but misspelled it. So there's been a lot of challenge controversies this season. Hopefully there's not going to be any more. And then, I wasn't about to have another huge one. So I pretty much say, no, Ravu, you're going to tribal. Screw you. You guys are going to tribal. So Ravu loses the challenge, and I pretty much know that Tommy's going home. They've been talking about sending Tommy home this entire time. Ever since, like, even before the last vote happened, they were still talking about we can't trust Tommy. So I know that Tommy's going to go unless something major happens. The only thing major that I think at this point that might happen is that Ozzy realizes that there's an alliance of 4 that he's not in. And I was thinking maybe he will figure that out and then get the other 4 people on his tribe together to rally against the 4. That's what I was kind of hoping would happen, because that would be epic, like Ozzy bringing his troops into battle. But it actually doesn't happen. He's in with the Tommy vote, and he votes Tommy. But it's more than just a simple Tommy vote, because the big alliance previously thought that Tommy might have the idol. So they're going to split the votes, 4 on Tommy, 2 on Sophie, and 2 on Nick. I mean, they're not like they're not actually they don't want to vote Nick, but they know that Tommy's going to vote Nick, and they know that Sophie's going to vote Nick probably. So they know that they have 2 votes on Nick, which is a member of their alliance, and so they're going to split the votes 4-2. 4 on Tommy, 2 on Sophie, so that if Tommy plays his idol, then Sophie will have 2 votes, which will tie Nick, and then they would eliminate Sophie in the revote. So that's what happens. That's their plan. But then this is a terrible move. Rick Devens, he just comes out and tells, I think it's Nick, that he has the idol. Or no, maybe it was Adam actually. Yeah, I think it was Adam. He just says, Adam, can I trust you? Adam obviously says yes, because, I mean, why would you say no to that? And then Rick is like, okay, I have an idol. That's a terrible move. Like, it's just stupid. I mean, that was stupid. That was just so stupid to tell Adam, who won, you're not even in his alliance. Like, that just shows how bad Rick is right now at the game, because he thought that he was close with Adam, or it just shows how good Adam is. But I'm leaning towards how just that Rick is bad. Tells Adam that he has the idol instantly, like within 4 hours. He says, Adam, I have the idol. And even though they know that he has the idol, they still go with the split vote plan in case Rick decides to play it on Tommy, I guess. And here's the best part of the episode, is that Tommy has no idea that this is coming. Again, Tommy is clueless in this game. He thinks he thinks that he's good. He's really bad. He's honestly like very bad at this game. I mean, at this season. I don't know. He could be good at other seasons, but in this season, Tommy, I'm sorry, you played bad. But I'm happy to bring you back if I do another season, so you can improve. I believe in you. But this season, you were bad. A lot of the reasons that Tommy is bad, people called him, or people just think he's super annoying in the tribe chat. He's always talking for no reason. He doesn't even know if his own tribe wins immunity. He has to ask after it happens. He's always saying the same stuff over and over. He doesn't spell words correctly. So yeah, that's what's up with Tommy. So yeah, and he's confident that they have the numbers to vote off Nick, because the alliance has been telling Tommy, yeah, dude, we're gonna vote off Nick, dude. It's all good. But little does Tommy know they're all voting off him, and they brutally destroy him in the voting confessionals. The most brutal being, I hope you finally go. You do nothing for challenges, complain about losing, don't participate, annoy the tribe chat, and turn on your alliance and lie. I mean, that's pretty much all you gotta say about Tommy. That's honest. That's what Tommy does. Another one said, not gonna miss you spamming the tribe chat at 7 a.m. That was pretty funny, because Tommy spams the tribe chat and no one likes it. And Tommy didn't catch on to that. Like, I've never seen, in real Survivor, you see, like, the, like, quote, annoying people. You see the effect that they have on the other players when you're actually watching the show. Like Natalie Cole in David vs. Goliath. Like, you saw that she was, like, off-putting, and that none of the tribe members liked her. But, like, I feel like in actual Instagram Survivor, you don't see that, because it's just words, like, and as long as you act like a normal person, you're not gonna come off as, like, annoying or any different from anyone else. But, like, I've never seen it like it was with Tommy. Tommy came off so just as a bad player. this season, and then he got voted out. Like that's just crazy. Anyway, that's what I gotta say about Tommy. As far as who voted for Nick and who voted for Sophie, Rick Devens, who, oh yeah, by the way, he wasted his idol at Tribal, completely wasted it. He founded the idol, told Adam in the same day, and wasted it in the same day. That's Rick Devens' style of play right now. He's about to go home too. I'll talk about that, but I'll talk about that later. But for now, he wastes the idol. He votes for Sophie because he's out of the loop. He doesn't know what the heck is going on. He votes for Sophie. The other vote for Sophie is Joe in the main alliance because he's part of the split vote plan. Even though his alliance is only 4 people, they were able to split the vote 4-2 because they brought in Rick Devens, who was clueless, and they brought in Ozzy as a 5th member, who actually is now like in the alliance. He's fully in the alliance now. He's probably number 5, but he is in the 5 alliance of Revu, which leaves only Sophie and Rick out of that. They're probably gonna vote off Sophie next because she's just been like the talk of the tribe recently. She gets votes a lot, and I think that they're gonna choose Sophie over Rick to kick out. So yeah. Anyway, Sophie and crap. Oh yeah, Sophie. Oh yeah, and Sophie is completely out of the loop too. Sophie voted with Tommy to vote out Nick. So Sophie thought that Tommy was actually running the show, I guess, and voted Nick out. I mean, she didn't actually vote him out. She tried to vote him out. It failed because there was only 2 votes, but that's what Sophie did. Obviously, I just said that Joe and Rick Devens voted for Sophie. Joe voted for Sophie knowing that she wasn't going to go home, but Rick actually thought that Sophie was going to go home. Then everyone else voted for Tommy and destroyed him in the voting confessionals. There's the vote. Let's see what's happening on Moto. There's only one thing I picked up on. Not much alliance chat for this episode from them because they won the challenge. But I will say that Hayden and Corinne, obviously that's the big duo on Moto. They were talking. Where is that? Oh boy, I have to find this chat really quick. That is ICAX Reality. Or it's probably actually ICAX Reality, but I say ICAX Reality in my head every time I see it. And also Goatish. So yes, they were chatting today. Oh my god, I just exited the chat. Okay, I'm just gonna go back to it. Here it is. It's a chat today. Pretty much, they were talking about how they're in control of the tribe if Matt stays with them. They're still Hayden still says though, Matt sketches me too much. Also, Matt and Ramona are hella close. So they're still they have slight distrust with Matt, but they also say that they hope that he sticks with them. So it's not like they've completely given up hope. They say, I hope Matt sticks with us, but he is sketchy. They're not saying Matt is sketchy, let's get him out. They're saying we need Matt, but he's sketching me out. There's a difference between those. So they're talking about how Matt is a little sketchy, and then Hayden says we get to pick who goes if Matt stays with us, and he also says I want to break up the friendship, referring to, I'm assuming, Sean, Yule, and Dan, which are the 3 people on Moto that know each other in real life. It is going to be super, super dangerous if they can let those 3 people get to the merge, because little does anyone in this game know, probably besides me, they also know Sean K on the other tribe. So that is a foursome, like a voting block of 4 that can control the game if they get to the merge. I'm going to see what happens with that, but they are really, they obviously they don't know about the 4th person in Sean K, but they know about the threesome. And if they go to tribal and don't vote off one of those 3, I'm going to be disappointed in them. Like, that is the necessary vote. They know that there's a threesome that they can't break up. They're going to have to vote one of them off. Finally, what I'm going to talk about, something else on Moto that I forgot about when I introduced the Moto segment today, but now I just remembered. Yule does a crazy idol move. This is insane. This is honestly one of the craziest moves I've ever heard of. Like it's crazy. Here it is. So Rick Devens played his idol, and I posted the picture. I said Rick has played an idol. The idol is real. That's what the post says. Yule screenshots that, circles in the little picture. Rick Devens, you can see him handing Jeff an idol, because I just, like, that's the edit. That's what I chose to put in the edit, because Rick is playing an idol, so I put the actual picture of Rick playing an idol in the edit. So, he circles the little idol that Rick is handing Jeff. Like, he just circles that in a red, like, red marker. DMs me it. He says, "Is this an idol?" Obviously, that's not an idol. So I say no. And then, knowing that, he then goes to Matt and says, "I just found an idol." So keep in mind, Yule already has an actual idol. He goes to Matt and he says, I just found an idol. And he shows him, like, this crappy, like, little find that he did, which doesn't make sense at all. Like, I mean, to me, obviously that's not going to be an idol, but to Matt, I guess he has no idea what could be an idol and what's not. So Matt says, he does, like, a clapping emoji, and he says, "I'm glad you did. Don't tell that to many people." And then I guess Yule realizes, like, this is kind of a crazy move because he's bluffing about an idol that he doesn't have, but he actually does have an old idol. So he's, like, double bluffing. It's kind of insane. Then Yule responds back. He says, "Oh, it's actually not a real idol. I just checked with the host." So he then he backtracks and says, "Actually, it's not real. After I just told you it was real, yeah, it's actually not real. I just actually didn't check it yet," which is super weird again. I think Matt is getting suspicious at this point because he sends, like, the raised eyebrows emoji. And then Yule says, "The host didn't see my message until after I told you." Matt says, "Oh, okay, I wish it was real." And that's kind of like the end of that conversation. But if I was Matt, I'd be kind of suspicious of Yule at that point. Like, that's such a weird thing to do. Find an idol that's obviously fake and tell your alliance member about it before the host even verifies it. That's just weird. So yeah. And here's another thing that is an extension on this crazy play by Yule. So obviously, since Yule, Sean, the other Sean, and Dan all know each other in real life, they have a little alliance chat because they know each other. Like, it is cross tribe, but, like, they literally know each other, so it's not like it's stoppable to have this or to not have this. So they're talking, and Yule says in the chat, "I just found an idol." He has not told his friends yet that he actually does have an idol. They think that they have no idea where the idol actually is. And then he tells them, "I do have an idol. I just found one." He shows them the proof, and, like, they're sketched out by it. And then Yule says, "Host said that it's real." And I don't have a problem with this because, I mean, that's how you pull off a fake idol, is you tell the person that the host said it's real. Obviously, I'm not chiming in. I'm just sitting back watching. I can't verify this. Then, I mean, they're calling Yule by his real name, but I'm just going to say, like, the game names to keep it clear. Sean R says, "Yule, don't tell anyone other than our group chat. Only Dan and I can know." I mean, this is clearly already not going to happen because Yule already told Matt, but then backtracked. So yeah, now this alliance of friends thinks that Yule has an idol. And he actually does, but it's not even the idol that they think he has. Which is, it's a strange move. But it could be a positive thing because now if he plays the idol, they're going to think it's the idol that he told them about and not the older idol. Because if he would have just never told them about this fake idol, then they would have, like, not trusted him because they would have been like, "Wait, you had this idol the whole time but you didn't tell us?" So yeah, that's probably why he did this new plan. However, I think it's still just, like, so weird that he told Matt at all. That just doesn't make sense. He did backtrack it, so I guess it's fine, but, I don't get it. I don't get it, honestly. So now we're reaching the end of this episode. I mean, I know these episodes, it's just me rambling on. It probably doesn't make much sense, but whatever. This is all I got to record, so I'm not going to plan these. Anyway, here's my predictions for what's going to happen. So, obviously, it's Final 16. Tribe Swap is at Final 14, so we still have 2 more votes to go. If Ravu loses, that's going to be a simple, easy vote. That's between Sophie and Rick. but I think in their minds Sophie is more of a threat. Even though Rick played the idol, he did waste the idol, so that I think is actually more of like a negative threat level if you misplay an idol just so randomly like that. However, okay, yeah, I'll get to that later. Something else. So, yeah, Rick wastes the idol. So, I don't think they're gonna vote him off next. I think if Ravu loses, it's gonna be Sophie, and if Moto loses, they should vote off one of the friends. I'm guessing Sean R because he's been pitched the most out of those friends to vote off. I'm gonna say Sean R goes home if Moto loses, and he should. One of the friends should go home. And obviously, if Ravu loses, it's gonna be Sophie. Here's another thing about that idol play. Since no one in the game knew about the second idol that I hid in my bio, everyone thinks that Rick was the one who found the first idol. So now no one expects anyone else to have an idol, like unless like no one expects anyone else to have an idol unless like they're thinking of the new one that I didn't even hide. That I mean they right now they probably think that I hid a new one after Rick just played his, but I didn't. I'm hiding a new one at the merge, and that's it for the game. But yeah, I mean that's another twist. You know, like the secret idol that Rick found, he hasn't specified that he just found it. Everyone else thinks that it's the old one, so that's just another layer of misinformation out in the game. That's it right now. Here's the best players. Right now the best players we got Corinne, Hayden, Matt. They're doing pretty good. And then on Ravu it's Adam and Sean, and then I'll throw Ozzy in there because he did integrate himself in this 5-person alliance that he wasn't in before. So now he's in that 5, and yeah, so that's 3 people on each tribe: Matt, Corinne, Hayden, and then Sean, K. What's his freaking name? Gosh, Sean K. Adam and Ozzy. Those are the 6. Honestly, at this point, if one of those people plus Yule, Sean R, and Dan don't win, that's 9 people, which is over half the game. If one of those people don't win, I'd be shocked. I'll say them again: Corinne, Hayden, Matt, Sean R, Sean K, Yule, Adam, and Ozzy. That's actually 8 people. I feel like I missed one. Sean K, Sean R, Yule, Dan, Matt, Hayden, Corinne, Adam, Ozzy. Okay, that's 8 people. Who I think are going to win. So yeah, that's all I got for now. I'll see you guys next time. That was such a random. I'm sorry for rambling on so much and changing my mind of what I'm going to talk about without really explaining it. But you know, that's it for this episode. I'll see ya.